G'day guys,
Hey,
welcome
boys
to the
and
Flemington, whatever date review from
the 8th
the
of July.
finals day. 8th
Finals
of July.
day.
There we go.
First race, 1600 metres with the Ruby.
Soho Ruby's cooked. I don't know what's wrong with it. It was paraded well enough.
Jumped poorly, landed bad spot, but then ran horribly. I think this was a race in two. Spanish Reef got the gun run, one out, one back. Stable's flying, that's the Keys stable. Just got the best run of the race, most economical run. They went slow. Just as an example, they went 136.53. The other two 1600s was 135.58 and 135.47, and also 135.40. So really slow pace. Ruby C had to come from far back and clearly run at the race, and I think both those two you can follow, but nothing else out of that race I'd be even thinking about going forward at the moment. What do you think has improved?
I don't mind Hussey's Glow as a horse.
Didn't do much though, that's the problem. And it looked, it did look actually a little bit off.
And I think the winner can improve from the yard.
Yeah, that's fair. And that stable
the
are
favourite
improving
that
things.
lost will be short every time you try to back it.
Of course, and that's what you get with a backmarker favourite like that.
Alright, race 2.
Was it 2,000 metres?
This race was just crook from the...
Yeah.
And before they got to the yard, whatever happened to Charles Star at the races,
so
we'll probably never know, but it smelled.
I know what they
What
had
they
on RSN
say
this morning.
is gonna.
No, they gave good descriptions. I'll tell you what happened on RSN this morning. They vetted it at the actual stables, so not even at the races. They vetted it at the stables. It had a substance with a puncture mark, and then when it got to the course, because they said, look, you have the option to pull it out. We're not pulling it out, the steward said, but we may do it if you get it to the course. So trainer said, okay, I'm taking it to the course. Gets there, and then it had, calloused up or whatever it is, to the point where they go, well, we're scratching it now. So that's going to be looked into a fair bit. And
What stable is that?
that's the Kumani stable. That it's the replacement trainer. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a lot of dodgy shit going on up there.
Well, I'm not sure, but basically the head steward pretty much said something along the lines of, if it looks like a bird, it smells like a bird, or like one of those colloquial sayings, to the point where he's basically implied that, well, you've done something.
Because I reckon it would have pissed in that race. This is one of the
when
lowest
we
races.
looked at it, yeah.
This is one of my horses to follow from this meeting. I'm just not interested in staying races anymore. This race was such shit.
Yeah. So
you're just trying to manufacture angles and eliminate horses from the yard, and it's just you're forcing yourself into these. They're too long. There's not enough horses. So how slow are they going to go? Fast they're going to shit.
The answer is they went really slow.
Yeah.
Extra Zero missed it by 4 lengths at the start, so it was out back last as expected. But when you miss it by 4 lengths, the weir horse wins. The other weir horse is found to be lame after the foreman screws up getting it off the tractor or whatever is what Weary was furious. We saw him talking about the foreman on that one.
Fuck.
And we even overheard that on the stewards.
We heard on the radio.
On the radio, yeah. So we got to put some bets in on the market.
So then I started betting into the race because of that fucking information, which you only get when you're on track. But I didn't back that winner because it paraded like shit.
Yeah. Extra Zero is massive. It can win. Masters F and probably back to a country cup can win. Duke of Ellington, I don't know what the hell's going on with that horse. That had...
Who cares? I just don't care. I'm not going to... When these races are on, I'm going to give out my mail, say this horse looks well, blah, 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 but I'm not going to bet very hard at all, if at all.
There'll be better horses coming
through. You do the form for 2 days, and you might bet.
And the two favourites are scratched.
There's one favourite getting needled.
Yeah.
And the other thing is lame.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Out of 12 horses.
Yeah, it hurts.
It's just a waste of your time. Race 3, 400 metres.
Not a lot of speed in the race. Movie finished out the back, and so did a lot of Love, even though they were on speed.
And they didn't go that fast. I watched the replay of this.
Yeah.
So they didn't go that fast.
No, not in my opinion, not from what I'm looking at.
Okay.
A lot of Love blinkers on. I just think it just ran horribly, didn't back up. Movie's not a great horse
It
anyway.
paraded really well, and all the other good judges at the races agreed.
Yeah. Well, this is probably the only race of the day I got absolutely spot on. I was pretty damn keen on Chisholm. I took it on last start and paid the price, and I said, Mr. Diamonds or Dog Shit's just going to have an absolute diamonds ride on this, and he mapped it, got it perfect spot. I just said at the 400, never losing.
He rode really well again.
Yeah, he had a really good card, and he rode them pretty well, I have to admit.
It paraded well. We found it and 3 others and back the other fucking 3.
What was the other one I found in play, which actually mapped in a better spot than I was expecting? Who's one of ours, one of yours from previous start? Vital Importance. I got 40s on Betfair as it was coming at the 600 metres. I'm like, shit, this is a really great spot. Run second, don't get paid out for second, obviously, but I was pretty happy coming down to the final 200 when there's 2 in it.
I thought Nemini Puny paraded great, ran great. I think Hell or High
back
Water,
in start, being back in class next start probably wins.
Yeah. I think it can be followed, and I think Hell or High Water's ready to win.
I reckon it needed that run. It still looked a bit fat in the yard to mine. I'm not as good a judge as some others, but I just thought, geez.
No, I think you're pretty much spot on.
Yeah. I think, well, that's put it over the top, and it's had the right run, I reckon.
All right, race 4.
1600, ran fairly fast.
The superstar, the best horse we've ever seen.
Cox Plate winner coming up, mate.
Fucking hell.
Did you see Moses there on Saturday?
No.
He just parted the bloody Red Sea for it. What happened there? Did the jockeys just go, oh, sorry, Dunny, yeah, go through?
Well, I didn't back it. It paraded fine.
Yeah, looked fine.
It's $1.50. It's a 2-year-old. It's third start. I've never touched those odds on any horse almost.
I was happy, as I said in my preview, take $1.70.
In the run, what I was wanting. In the run, it's like near last buried. You're thinking, fuck.
I laid it in the run, I'm not going to lie. When it got buried, I'm like, hell yeah, $1.50, let's lay a little bit of this. And then when the C's part, I'm like, well, shit, I'm screwed.
Yeah, fucking hell. Well, they just let it straight through.
Yeah.
I backed the thing. I barely bet this because I didn't want to be against this horse too severely. I backed the thing that led. And I thought someone was up in the stands and just shot it in the straight.
They went too fast. It over-raced most of the race, in my opinion, and the blinkers was just a horrible move.
Evil Cry ran second, yeah?
I think Anchorbid did in the end. Evil Cry third.
But Evil Cry was a huge run.
Yeah.
Huge run.
Well, especially 1200 up to 1600. I mean. Yeah.
Fucking
I told you that stable, they know what they're doing.
It's that Lone Eagle form.
Yeah.
It's really good form.
It's a good horse. I think we can follow
Lone Eagle.
Yeah, well, Evil Cry, I reckon, is a pretty good horse as well. I think we can follow Anchorbid as well.
Now, they're going to spell this 2-year-old Royal Symphony.
Yep.
So we'll just see what it's got when it comes back in the spring against
proper
horses.
Well, they're saying three. Well, interestingly, what they've said is they're going to do a spell, but they're going to keep it just ticking over. So it's not going out to the paddock. They're literally going to keep it in, just light work so it maintains them, which is, I reckon that's a smart way to do it.
They're good first up, those horses.
Yeah, that's one
like
that you want to remember.
Malaguera won off an Ascot run.
Yeah.
There's a few horses doing that in the spring.
Look,
in the autumn.
I know what you meant. Studio City was at 100 to 1, was a pretty good run fourth as well. So look, I think that was a fairly okay race.
Yeah.
I think there are some good types going forward. Look, do I think that thing is a Cox Plate chance?
100% not.
Do I see winners come from dead last in a Cox Plate?
No, it's a good horse.
It's not Adelaide.
It's a great horse. It's got that the good judge where you watch races with. Big on its action. It looks like a really good horse.
Oh, I was big on the horse after
it's racing
first
in the
run,
middle of July at the moment.
Correct.
Let's just wait and see what it does against.
Let's not mention Winks and it anywhere near each other for the moment. And
well, you just did. Let's not do that.
Well, there are people out there doing it. I mean, it's no Hartnell.
Clickbait people there.
It's no Hartnell.
Race 5, 1200 metres. 3-year-olds. Found Ken's Dream early. Paraded awesome.
Meow.
Still went alright. Beaten by a bigger cat. I just think it's the sort of race where I wouldn't take a lot of it going forward.
So we found the $12 went up to 15s for Highland Beat. We found that on the fair. We were sitting down, we were going before the race. We're like, geez. I said to him, what price do you reckon Highland Beat should be here? And you said 7s. I said, well, we're getting 12s right now, so let's have a little bet because
15s.
Jumped to 15, so we took unders.
Yeah.
But it's one of those horses that profiled as if they didn't go overly fast, if it got just the right tempo, it wasn't going to have to actually jump over horses like it has the last 3-4 starts at Moonee Valley and wherever it's been racing. That's what's been getting it beat.
Yeah.
And this is me big on my meters used profile. I think when you're coming from a Moonee Valley run to Flemington, horses can improve 2 lengths.
Yeah.
And that was the exact thing that happened there. So
yeah, Highland Beat, compare where it was in the run to where it's been in the run.
Yeah.
Merton's outrode most of the field.
Oh,
the apprentice
definitely.
again.
Yeah. Hay Bale, we
Good
kind of black booked that last start. We said it was of the ones that were leading in a really fast race. It was the closest to finish, and we said that was a really good run. Almost stole it.
Yeah.
And
Pretty well.
I
Almost
just
at its top.
oversteps being spelled. Invincible L, they just didn't go fast enough, and then Oliver found
that was one of the better things I did all day. I was proud of that.
Yeah,
Overstep was cooked in the yard.
it was. Invincible L just didn't get the runs. He couldn't get through at the right times. The one that I found in the yard, which I'm pretty keen following forward, that has no form, is called I'm Telling You. It hit the lead with about 100 metres to go, and I thought, geez, this thing at 50-1, which they did back, like it was hundreds and the 50s on the Betfair, and it just looked $100 million to me in the yard. I said, geez, there's a CL2 form, had no form, but it just looked amazing. So that's one I'm interested to see next start.
Yep.
And just one more, sorry, but Mystified just keeps running well. I reckon if they just find an easier race, it wins. And I would say, just to be fair to Ken's Dream, they did go too slow for it. It got too far back. If it was a bit more forward, it probably wins.
Yeah.
So one more start for it, maybe, I don't know. Back to Caulfield, I'll back it.
Over the top, yeah.
At Caulfield, I'll back it.
Race 6, another staying race. I don't give one fuck about anymore.
Yeah, so old mate Grand Duke of Tuscany
We almost left
won.
the races, and I still almost did, because Super Hayes
Yeah.
was a really good run when it paraded like a busted at Caulfield. Then it went to Adelaide, and we kept watching at the races.
Yeah.
Ran
And it
second and third to South Australian horses.
Which were
And then it
crap
comes here and pisses in this.
So I think what
This
happened...
is why these races are just a complete and utter hole for money.
What I think happened, which hurt, is it probably didn't get the supreme tempo it wanted the last, over in Adelaide, and it's just had a really tough
I don't care.
race. I think Grand Duke and Tuscany, finally, they actually gave it the run that it needed. It wants a fast tempo, then it finished off.
Are you backing that next up?
Don't
say it.
It's head deep in the
Don't.
sea at the moment, but it's got a bit of... It's kind of got its neck out like this
Yeah,
now.
well, if I could find it, I'd tame it, run his fucking butt over and push it back under. That horse can just go away.
Well, do you know what helped, right?
It's just you're just torturing yourself.
Michael D overwhipped it. So you get Michael D on, someone who's not in the apprenticeship race,
Premiership battle.
whatever it is.
The Premiership
Premier,
battle.
that's the one.
Okay.
Michael D overwhips it, gives it 4 more than is allowed.
Good on him.
Only fined $300 and gets second on a horse that hasn't been in a bloody place in midweek grade. So
I reckon
there you go.
old Lloydie probably flipped him.
well, $300 probably
3,000.
gave him 3,000.
Good on him.
Bully Stock, fucking shit.
Shit house.
I'm not sure it's a horse that wants to be inside, but hard to make excuses.
Yeah, we got that wrong.
Charlevoix, Shakopee, Hersley, 3rd, 4th, 5th, they were gapped. That's the type of horses they are.
We were travelling okay, but in a slight hole.
Yeah.
And then we got our shit together here. Thank God.
So, yeah, we got our shit together here, thankfully, and
Race 7, mile. It's a mile race.
We identified the winner on the show. We said, look, if it gets out to a certain price, we want to be on it. Because we knew it was going to be in the right spot, we knew that it was going to get the right tempo, and it was just a question mark at 1,600. So
Yeah.
this is...
So from the yard, we backed the winner, Sovereign Nation, Cosmic Lights, and
Say the winner's name. Say it properly.
Tashani.
Yep, you got it.
And we had a little bit. I already had a little bit on Amavatio before the jump.
Only
Before,
just
we
missed.
got there. It paraded well. It ran well. Patrology looked cooked. Not cooked, just not as well as it has.
And
Halfway down the straight, I was shitting bricks. He was doing like the little black caviar.
Like,
was it
just
Tom
hold it,
Sadler?
just hold it.
No, it was Corey Parrish.
Yeah. He got it wrong.
Around,
He got that
yeah,
massively wrong. If he pushes that, it probably wins.
He did, and it stopped.
But you gotta go before that. So my horse that I was really keen on in the race, Ribbon to Spare, this bloke and a few others who I respect a lot said, the horse wasn't there that day. So I think we can. That was a pretty good run for a horse that wasn't looking its best.
Yeah.
So I'm keen to follow Ribbon Despair forward from that run. Sovereign Nation did what was probably expected of it. It was a good run. There was one horse in this race that I actually think should have absolutely shat in.
Shat in?
Absolutely shat in if it
What?
got the right ones. Victory Downs. You go watch that replay. It was just held up, found no luck. It had to go get pulled out around 4 or 5 other horses, and then they kept finding. Just chuck up the final 400 of it. And
You keep talking.
I've got something that's going to get you stirred up. So, Brendan McCool on Tashani. He whipped the horse 4 times more than allowed before the 100.
Yeah.
Only fined $750 for doing so. If we applied Dominic Burns' method, Amavatio would have been able to protest and have it upheld. Because he's whipped it 4
I
times.
don't care. I would have won either way.
Yeah, but
I'm glad he got the maximum effort out of his horse.
the
Good on
two,
him. I want him to ride
two
my
runners
horses.
over whipped for the day. First and second. Not cheating, though.
So
Not cheating.
maybe they should all start whipping him.
Well, they should. Or they should actually just change the rules so everyone can whip them too much or not enough. Just make it fair.
Yeah.
Just make it fair. That's all I want. I don't give a shit about the rule.
Which horse am I looking for?
Victory Downs.
Victory Downs.
It's got really stupid colours.
Where are we here?
Multicolours. Yeah, it's right there. So we'll just let him have a look at
You
this.
keep going. You start with the next race.
No, I can still touch on this one. So that's Nikita Berryman, I'm pretty sure, as well. Who I actually think's been running
She's got
quite
it under
well.
wraps here.
Yeah, just you commentate this. Just tell me what's happening. So it's getting behind the Tasmanian
It's
horse.
starting to travel. She needs to find where she needs to put it somewhere to let
So
it
it's
travel.
next to Amavatio at this stage.
She's following 2 decent horses in the market. Fair
Strike
enough.
Force didn't run on.
She's
too
got
well.
outside and let Sovereign Nation sneak up the inside, which isn't the best.
So watch this.
She's following the winner.
So at the 400, she's sitting on it now.
She's behind Mahoney. He comes out into her.
Yeah, but watch this.
This guy's slaughtered her.
Yeah.
Did he get suspended for that?
No, he didn't. But watch this. Just watch this. So she's now had to go a length behind every other horse, and watch this thing finish off the final 100.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's beaten a length and a half. If it gets a clear run, it wins. Like, I want to follow that
If she
next
drops
start.
in behind,
Yeah, if she takes the rails one, she probably wins.
yeah, but if she takes her ass 9 times out of 10, she looks like a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
So
of
fair
course.
enough.
And that's not how she rides.
This guy
she
here,
doesn't ride
this
like
guy
that
here,
either.
who's that?
Doma, whatever his name is.
Darmanin.
Yeah,
He got away
Darmanin.
with fun here.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Yeah, he
almost,
took her run.
almost knocks her over.
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh, I haven't got a run. Just whips it across. Shit! How did he get away with that?
I'm pretty sure he got away with it. Yeah. Yeah, there was not enough room there.
Lucky boy.
Yep. Well,
Very lucky.
That's what
Stewart's
happens when you
report.
come
What is
over
it?
from Tassie.
Count Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Held up. Held up.
And gained a clear
Until he gained
clear running.
Clear running. Yeah,
He
we know
found
how
clear
he
running.
gained it. He fucking
But see, that for me,
shifted
next
out.
start.
Oh, no.
Very
Darmanin was severely reprimanded for shifting.
Oh, sorry, mate. Don't do that again.
Oh,
Well, he rides here once every blue moon, so he probably won't.
stewards.
Race
Race 8. 1200 metres.
Truly run race.
The best horse in Victoria at the moment. Racing at the moment.
I reckon it could have been beaten. I know that's contentious.
Never have been beaten.
I reckon if Duke of Brunswick got its
If
run,
it went faster in the first 800 and got the spot that we had, there maybe it could have, but then it might not have been let down the way
of
it
course.
let down.
I'm more just saying I think ability we can just follow forward, and if they give us $3 next start,
I
we'll
thought
take
it was perfect in the yard.
It
Like, that's what we
looked like a ball.
we sent out our shit pretty earlier than normal. I said I'm unloading here, just get on.
I was keen before.
But
the
other
race.
guys thought it wasn't perfect, so I think there's a bit more to come.
Yeah.
I fucking love this horse. It's a great horse. It's a new horse since it got gelded. Rudica's flying, ready to win if it avoids ability. And Duke of Brunswick, like we both agreed, will piss in next start at 400 metres.
Just go rewatch its run while I'm
I've
talking
watched
this.
this. I've watched this race a few times.
I just that horse just is.
Yeah, but
ready to fly.
he took it out when he should have just waited for the best horse in the race to go. He's behind the favourite.
I know.
Just be patient.
I think he understood that if he took that run behind ability, he wouldn't have the sprinting ability to get past.
Yeah,
so
but
he was
he's
looking
never
for that
gonna.
run.
But why was he buried away then?
It's what you had to do on the day.
Anything else out of the race? Rough Justice is flying. Candace went really well.
Yeah, look, Cam just back in grade. I don't think it's this level of a horse. Tashby was just really poor. I think just forgive the run.
Paraded quite well, Tashby.
Yeah, something's clearly amiss with that because it was flying at the 400.
But ability is
nothing.
A superstar, and there's no reason it's going to stop winning.
Well, how's Fell Swoop in the Everest and that thing's not?
Fell Swoop's a Group 1 horse. It is.
You mean one of those $400,000 Group 1 horses? Yeah.
It's a Group 1 horse.
It's an Oakley plater at best.
Why you picked out Fell Swoop randomly?
Well, that's just one of the ones that's in there that you go, well, we've got Tricada.
Fell Swoop is considered a Group 1 horse because the trainer got the horse right that it can run in Group 1s. Smurden's only just got this horse right after nipping its massive knockers off, and it's starting to run well now. I wouldn't be surprised if they put it away and bring it back for the spring. I would. It's a fucking superstar.
I think they're probably...
Sectionals of quality.
I don't think there's much coming up that they'll be racing to. I think they'll try and keep it going through.
Yeah, I'd give it like they're doing with the other one. Just keep it sharp and not...
They'll just probably have a run every month now and then aim it at some Group 1s, win a Group 1 and then qualify for the Everest. That's,
I don't know if it's a Group 1 horse. I'm just saying it's a fucking great horse. We've belted the shit out of it 3 times in a row. It's fun. I love it. I love this horse. Race 9. 1600 metres, 3-year-olds. I am fucking still angry about this.
I'll let you go for it.
There's a bunch of them paraded really well, and this was a credit to our form and mounting yard work. We sent out 10 numbers, and they ran first 9 horses.
Yeah.
Out of 10 numbers. Decided just to back Urban Ruler and really liked First Approach, but liked the winner and a few others that obviously all ran pretty well. Why Tom Sadler sat up, he got it suspended for all those other issues that he did in the race, which I don't care for. Why he stood up and looked around and wasn't riding his horse out in the straight, waiting for them to like sort of be close enough. Well, they're close enough now that I can ask my horse for the full effort.
Yeah.
No, mate. Ride your horse.
Correct.
Ride your horse out. If he gets to the length further in front, he holds on and wins.
Yeah, agreed.
And it's not talked about in the stewards report. It's a disgrace. He stopped riding his horse to check. It wasn't for safety. He was clear and going straight. Just to have a look.
Yeah, to see where they were.
What's going on? Where are they coming from? Gravista's come at the inside anyway, Tommy. Just ride your horse.
Yeah.
It's like really, really.
I don't
sour taste in my mouth.
I didn't like him looking back. I
don't care if he gets nutted.
Yeah.
But just ride the horse.
Yeah. Agreed.
You're not on black caviar. You haven't got a switch. You just go and it goes. It's Urban Ruler.
And he sat 3-4 wide as well, so it had a tough run.
You've already jammed this horse around. Until he looked up and looked around, I thought from the gate, and with obviously the stable wouldn't let him go to the front, which I should have. He rode it really well.
I reckon it probably doesn't win if they go to the front.
When he sat up and looked, fuck it shit me. Really shit me.
You just knew it was going to get nutted as well when he'd done that.
Yeah, I told you. I said we're fucked here.
Yeah. A bit more expletives than that, but yeah.
And because also we're well up, and I said to him, I don't know if we should even bet here. Like, we've made money today. Let's stop.
Yeah.
Because I thought 10 horses paraded really well, which normally I'd say to you, 5, 6.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 7 at maximum. Like, that's the most I've ever seen you. 7.
So to bet into the race and find fucking second and third, and I only backed them to win. Fucking disappointing.
So I'd just say, just for the fairness, Willy was a massive run. Massive. Murden's got it right, saved it, got it at the right time, rode beautifully on the card. Can't fault him.
Gravist is flying.
First Approach third, back 21s into 850. Gravist, I reckon. I didn't like the ride. You thought it was okay.
I thought it was a good ride.
I thought going the rails it wasn't ever going to win, but that's just my thoughts on the rails for that day.
Yeah, but Gravist had a few, we should have seen when Tommy Sadler, no, not Tommy fucking Sadler, Mertens got off Gravist and got on the winner.
Yeah.
Trevor's managing by Mertens is a superstar.
They're flying at the moment.
I don't know who it is.
That was probably one of was C. Williams on it last start,
No.
Willy? Have a look. Because that wouldn't surprise me one bit if it's been Seaver. Yeah, there we go. That's where you can hindsight Harry.
Cannot be serious. Paraded great. It was a solid run.
Yeah.
It was 4 wide, no cover, and like I think that was that Dwayne Dunn, and
Yeah.
that he got offer no explanation for the poor ride. 4 wide, no cover, 1600 metre race.
Yeah, it's a bit strange. Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Possibly.
You read that in the Stewards report as well. I did as well. I'm like, oh, maybe it just
Well, I
got
saw the
slaughtered.
Stewards report and I saw Thomas Howard's got 2 weeks or whatever. I was like,
4.5.
how
yeah.
good is this? They've actually like thought, you know what? People have put money on this guy and he hasn't ridden the horse 100% to the satisfaction of a punter. Like he hasn't. I'm sure it probably made no fucking difference, but it just doesn't look good.
Yeah.
But they've dealt with this. They've done something about it.
Yeah.
Then I read that's just because he's like shoved in on a horse and they just flip a coin. Like how Darmin severely reprimand. It's just a flip of the fucking coin. Anyway.
I'd just say for that race, yeah, first approach was just well backed as well and ran quite well. Other than that, some good horses in there. Horses to follow. I've got a few. Want me to start?
Well, I've only got the one, and it's the same as what you got.
Duke of Brunswick, next start, 1400 metres, fucking moral.
Yeah.
Anywhere,
I agree.
anytime.
I also like Hell or High Water. I'm sticking with that. And ability stays in the stable.
Yep.
Obviously.
Victory Downs, anywhere, I'm on. I think Chisholm can keep winning. They just keep getting it right. Ribbon to Spare, I want to see from the yard next start, but I reckon we'll get a decent price based on that previous run. And Mystified, hopefully back to 3-year-old grade or Adelaide grade, because I thought it went up in grade to open class,
Yeah.
and it ran even better. Like, that was its best run for the prep, so I think it's got a win in it.
Oh, there's some real juice in the racing at the moment in Victoria.
Yeah. I really like the open grade back to 3-year-old. I really rate that type of drop back. So,
And I also should say that with the urban ruler thing, my set just lost, but I was in front until the urban ruler race, and I would have had a fucking gigantic.
did you have that as a place multi with ability and?
I had a place multi that Hell of High Water running 4th cost me. I had all the other legs land.
Yeah.
And then a friend of mine had a large bet on urban ruler to place at a price that he thought was $2.05. Only to find out that one institution decided to pay $1.64.
It's not. It's
We're not talking about. I don't want to get
not
myself
clown
in trouble.
bet.
No,
Okay.
don't mind them.
Yeah, me neither. I just like the name.
Alright, should we do just a part 2 now? Because there seems to be a lot
No,
of questions.
no.
And do
Just
you reckon
keep on,
that's tilting?
keep on rolling. It's the beer, mate.
Look at my finger.
It's just a beer. It's tilted a little bit.
That's
Doesn't
how happens
matter.
when you play football. Look at it.
Ugh.
It's as straight as it goes.
Yeah, that's taken a few
Anyway,
balls,
let's get back
balls
to it.
in your hands.
Oh, right. Okay, you go first.
Let me pull up some here. Ooh, 12 replies. Okay.
All mine will be there, eh?
So first of all, for you,
Yeah.
what do you think of the F1 race from Austria?
Did Ricardo win it?
No, I ran third, but it was pretty good run.
Don't care. Why am I getting asked? What happened?
Oh, Bella's asking, He's like, don't forget to share your thoughts on the F1. So I'll share my thoughts on the Tour de France last night. I was sitting up watching that and having a bit of a play, and unfortunately...
Bit of a play on the...
Yeah. Thank you very much. So our Aussie Richie Porter was like $10.
Was Richie Port an Aussie?
Yeah.
Is that the bloke who did his shoulder?
Yeah, broke his shoulder and also like fractured his pelvis. I've instantly tweeted, fuck, he's actually broken his shoulder. Because you could just see the way he hit the ground at 80 kilometres.
Can you imagine breaking your shoulder exercising?
Oh, no. That'd be
Just
fun.
exercising.
That'd be
Like,
fun.
it's not actually a sport. Like, I'm just going for a ride, though.
Yeah.
Breaking your shoulder.
That being said, these hills, I'd be scared driving down them. Like, these guys just going 80 kilometres on these bikes, and I'm just, like, sitting on the edge of my seat. I'm
Does
just like,
Latour
holy shit.
always go up against Wimbledon?
Not normally.
I don't know. I used to watch it all the time when
I don't think it does.
Cadell was going and Lance was fucking going. I used to watch it all the time. And I don't remember having a collide with
No,
Wimbledon.
it normally hasn't, so... okay, one for you from Lockie. Crash course on your Wimbledon trading. What are you doing?
Oh, it's incredibly enjoyable. I do a little bit of research. I read his guy's stuff and another guy, Dan Weston, on Twitter. I think that's his name, Dan. Do you
I
know
think
him?
that's right.
And just sort of see what they think for that night's meeting, and especially that Dan Weston guy will say, like, I think this guy's vulnerable, like Del Potro or whoever. And if you just simply start that game and take, 400 on him at $1.12,
Yeah,
lay him at $1.12. Within a set, if he's won the first set, he's $1.10, $1.08.
Yeah.
Because the match is going as the market predicted. You can just chop out and you lose fuck all money.
Yeah.
Or if he starts to look shaky and he gets out to $1.20, and you place a $400 bet, you've made a nice earn.
Yeah, it's about saying, well, 1 in 2 times I think he loses his first set here. So if he loses that first set, he probably goes out to $1.40, realistically.
I fell in love with who's that? I was telling you about it. The Russian or
Konta?
No, yeah, but who she played? Donna
Vitic.
Donna Vitic, beautiful woman. It was a great tennis match, and you could just the Brit girl was favourite, like really heavily priced
Aussie
favourite.
girl, mate. She's Aussie.
And I just laid against her, and it went to like 8-6 in the third set. And you end up with a green book either side. You might make, $30, $100 either way the result goes. Fuck, it's not that hard.
It's a shame that Konta...
And it's a difference is with racing, and even with AFL, which I'll do a fair bit of as well, you can just literally click to the cent.
Yeah.
Because there's so much money in the pool. So as soon as you want to get out, you can. I find in AFL, like, I can tell better than other sports, because that's the sport I've grown up on. Like, they're going forward here, they'll score. You can normally click bet and get it on. But sometimes you can't because there's not enough money in the pool.
You have to take something lower. I'd say footy's my number 1 in play by a mile. I'm just so...
Yeah, but sometimes you miss the price and you can't one-click bet because they're offering a shit price.
I'm more at like 3/4 time. I'll be happy to get on then.
Anyway, I highly recommend trying it.
Yeah.
You can't... You lay low, just lay like $1.20, $1.10 shots, and like I laid Del Potro against the Aussie Kokonakis, or I lost, I don't know, say $80, $100 that game. Loved it, like really enjoyed it, like cheering the Aussie so hard.
Yeah.
But then the next night, I laid Del Potro harder and harder, and he got rolled.
Yeah. 3 sets as well.
Yeah.
One to take on tonight's Konta. Garcia's going to get the job done, so very keen to be against Konta.
So what price is Konta?
About $1.30.
Trouble is, this probably won't be up by the time it starts. But say she's $1.30, just take 200 on her, lay her for 200.
I reckon
you're going to lose $60.
She's lost sets to a lot of people this
Yeah, she loses the first set. She's $1.80, $1.90, and you've made a shitload of money.
Another question. So this is rail back to the true from 9 metres, but rail was clearly off. Fast lane 4 to 6 metres out. Your thoughts? I didn't think it was a fast lane.
I think the best horses went for that middle section.
Yeah.
I think Sovereign Nation made good ground. Gravis made good ground.
I don't think you could win from back. This is my opinion. I don't think you could win from so far back
unless you're really costing me a fucking job.
But that wasn't the rail. That was outside. It came the best ground.
Yeah, but it went real far.
I think the rail. We can take a bit from the horses that ran along the rail. That's I'm going to take you probably won't, but I'm going to say a Sovereign Nation, a Gravist, Bullish Stock. I'm going to say you maybe get a length or 2 extra just on that for next time. Can Divine Chills win at Caulfield on Saturday? Simon? Yeah, it can. Simple.
I got no idea.
Here's one for you from Oscar. Thoughts on Grand Duke of Tuscany's run on Saturday and where to from here with it?
I'm just not going to be wagering in any race that it contests because it almost fucking won on Saturday at Flemington after being completely and utterly fucking legless at Sandown at midweek level when I had it at $8 or $9 or $10.
$9 into $2.80, and we don't even get the place.
I just think staying races are torture, and I'm starting to do a bit more research on where I bet and how I go. I'm not touching them.
Most memorable win on the punt. First bit you remember putting on. You go.
One day I backed. Me and Matty Punt's backed. Matty Punt is the guy who helps me. He's one of my best mates. we've still got kids. We
Yeah.
backed Earthquake to win the Blue Diamond Prelude, Rubik to win, I think. There was Fiorente was in there, some other horse, and it ended in Benaria winning like the last race at Caulfield.
Yep.
For like fucking 9 or 10 grand.
Fuck. That would have been good
It
back
was
then.
the fucking best. Benaria hit the front like she just took a really lucky run and just hit the front early, and you're like, holy fucking, hold on. That was enormous.
So
That was like a big. Like, we didn't get home until like Monday afternoon.
I remember all my big losses more than my big wins.
I don't.
I have bad beat stories. I have so many bad beats. So I've won like yours, but mine's. So I backed Master of Design on top in the TJ Smith it's 65 to 1, and it's come over the top and beat fucking what's that thing that was going around legless. It was a wet tracker.
Rain Affair.
Yeah, it came over the top and beat them. That was a low grade TJ Smith in my opinion. And I got 65s, and then took it into multis and everything with a horse called Atlantic Jewel at $1.40 that shat in, and then I took it into All Too Hard, who was beaten by Piero.
Yeah.
I cleaned up on that day. That's my best long shot for the day. I mean, I've had dance with her at 100.
I had a big result on Fiorente when I won the Melbourne Cup. I backed it from like 6 months out. That was when I was still a fucking kid.
Yeah, that's a good point. Caulfield Cup.
Days
Faulkner was
like
probably my
Mooney
biggest
Valley like a month ago. That's the most rewarding.
Yeah,
Because
by far.
when you start out, you're just like not as confident. You're checking what everyone else is doing, and you're more conscious of the market.
Still out.
Well, you saw me that day.
Yeah.
Just walk around doing whatever we thought.
Yeah.
And we were right.
Yeah.
And we made a lot of money, and it's really rewarding taking on the challenge of learning the game and trying to beat it.
Yeah. Faulkner was my probably best I've done for Caulfield Cup.
That was a good horse, wasn't it?
Yeah. But got $14 for it, put it on top, and I was just pretty confident and had a massive
That was
clip.
one of the days when I fully gave up on learning off a lot of easy to access people on social media, and that. Fucking they tipped Hawk Island or whatever it was.
I know the one you're talking
Legless.
about, the Waller one. That was just
Hawk,
stupid.
what was it called? Hawk.
It was Hawk something.
It's fucking shit.
I'm going to say my biggest loss is Red Cadeau still by to this day. I had a 5-figure win on Red Cadeau in the Melbourne Cup at 50s, plus I had a large percentage of the quaddie if it got up, and the quaddie that day paid $3,000 with the second favourite winning. That was the 10th favourite. So I would have been looking at 30, 40k.
I had some big losses on Royal Descent.
Ooh.
Fucking like
That horse
you'd
was
rather
hard to catch,
you'd rather
wasn't
do
it?
your nuts and run 6.
Yeah.
She'd always run second by a pussy hair. Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Alright, what else we got? We're kicking on here.
Yeah. Man of the match bets for Origin. This is getting into the hard stuff. I mean, I was absolutely freaking rorted at 140 to 1 last time, so...
Yes and no. It's a
You know what I mean.
simple sport officiated by simpletons. Awards are given out by simpletons. They don't. Look, it's very predictable.
I
in
should
that
have been a
sense.
50% chance going into the medal, and then the 1% chance gets up, so...
Who do I think? I think if New South Wales win, it'll be one of the forwards. They've got to just play fast. So they've got to get guys going over the advantage line.
I reckon that guy was close. What's his name? I can't say his name.
Trebojevic,
I reckon he was close to man of the match.
very good.
If they actually gave him more time, they win. Like, if him and Clemmer...
If Mitchell Pearce wins State of Origin, I won't watch rugby league for fucking 2 years. The New South Wales problem is they pick the same spastics every time and expect a different result. Like that second
I think
half,
they were
they were
outcoached.
killing him. Thurston has one arm, and they stopped running at him.
They were outcoached, yeah. Exactly.
Mitchell Pearce could get a game for the Swans. His efficiency by foot is unbelievable. Billy Slater just gets like these beautiful fucking back-spinning spirals, just thanks mate, and runs it back.
So, who's your pick?
Fafita, because he plays for the Sharkies. Fafita and...
Fafita was horrible. He was horrible last game.
Fafita.
He shouldn't have come back on. That lost him, I reckon.
Fafita and... Frizzell.
I'm going with Pete's. I think Pete's was massive.
Yeah, he was fucking good.
He was just... how he doesn't even get considered.
I think that New South Wales will dictate the result. If they play like real fast, aggressive footy, Maloney's been going really well. If they play that sort of footy, they'll win.
Yeah.
And if they go into their shells and play slow, they'll get killed because that's what Queensland do.
Cordner worth the injury risk in Origin 3. I think he was only average in my opinion. I thought he did enough, but...
I don't know. I fucking live traded Penrith and Manly. It's a low sport.
Yeah.
The penalty count was like 14-1. It's just a disgrace. I did my nuts. I did my fucking nuts on it.
Yeah. World Series of Poker tip. So I'm currently watching.
Is Warney playing?
No. I'm currently watching on ESPN, so I actually don't know who's made the top 10. So don't you dare bloody ruin it for me. So I'll come back in what?
My cousin
10 days,
my cousin will win it next year.
Mate, I could beat your cousin hands down.
But I wouldn't say that. He'll fucking whack out the thousands.
Let's go. I'm up for it.
Really? Let's do this. I'll play.
We'll do a $500 buy-in night.
Go to Sydney. Pollitt loves it.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. What else we got?
What do you get from emails?
I got one about catching the Hayes stable.
So this is something I'd say which is good for the Hayes stable, right? If you look back the past 5 weeks, they've pretty much had a 15-1 winner almost every week.
Yeah.
So Petrology at 30s, you've had Highland beat, you just keep going back, they just keep producing these long odds winners that no one's really giving a chance to. Sullivan Bay, $17, you know.
Was that them?
Yeah. So you got Sullivan Bay, you got Petrology, and you got Highland beat in 3 weeks. If you're just backing Hayes, you're winning. Like it's just that simple.
Do you think the market's a good guide with them?
Well, Sullivan Bay was into $9. I mean, that was more because of tempo and the smart people found them. Highland Beat they didn't find, but I understand why. Petrology is Petrology. Back marker at Mini Valley, I can understand why they didn't find it there as well. So, I would say the one that the market gave you the guide for, you had to be pretty confident at the 9s. So, look, they're I would say, I think they're the best stable in Victoria. And I know that's taking on Weir. They don't have as many horses as Weir going around. I think just they train so well. They place their horses unbelievably.
I've got a question from Daniel Turner. What is your favourite poker machine to play?
More chilies!
Daniel, I don't play poker machines.
Mate, more chilies. Just
You've obviously got a problem and you need help.
So...
You're an idiot. If you play the pokies, you're an idiot.
I've played the pokies twice in the past year, and I've won actually, but that's not
It's irrelevant. It's just a flip of the coin with a coin being not to
So
your
the
advantage.
2
It's
times
a
I
joke.
played
Fuck the
before
pokies.
2 dates that I've had, because I was waiting for this girl. I had to wait 30, 45 minutes. I was like, well, I'll just get a beer and just play some more chilies. And won $3.50, paid for the date.
Yeah.
Came home with 200 in my pocket. It was great. The second time, won again, paid for the date again,
I don't
and then
mind-
didn't see her a third
I
time.
don't mind heading out the back with the boys and having a few darts and like.
It's not a social. It's not a
50
social
each
thing
with
for
like
me.
4 of you
Yeah.
having turns at hitting the button.
Yeah, I'm okay
That's
with
okay.
that. I'm fine with that.
And then watching the sick puppies gamble and
You got to set a limit. If you're going to go, you know it's not a good odds play at all. But just as an example, I think I've played the pokies in the last 5 years
we're not
10
giving
times.
any pokey advice.
No, I'm saying I've played it 10 times. So that tells you how
Oh,
good
yeah,
I
good.
play it. But like, I was at the Criterion up in Sydney for the championships, and it was the one that was rained out. So I've just gone in there and just chucked 50 in, pulled 750 out, and just went on the gear for the night. It was great.
On the gear. Behave yourself. We shouldn't be saying that on here.
Gear for me means a different thing to you, I bet.
Oh, fuck, calm down. You're the one that's talking about gear. You don't throw me under the bus. Alright, anything else?
No, not really. No, you only got just the one
That's
question.
all I got. All my Twitter ones are connected to yours now.
Yeah. Did you see any that have got blocked that came back to it? Because I block a few people.
Oh, mate, I don't look.
You trading the NBA Summer League at all?
No.
Good. That's just low.
But that is what I plan to do in once the NBA kicks off.
So no preview for us this week unless one of us puts up our own, which I might do if you want.
I definitely won't be.
I might, because I'll be doing the form regardless, so...
Oh, I might do it for them, but I'm heading to Sydney to see my mum for a birthday and then see my mates. I've got a horse running on Thursday at Wyong, which I'm going to try and go and watch.
Name, and is it going to win?
Dicko. Well, she's nominated. I don't know what we're doing yet, but she'd go well if she goes there.
Yep.
Provided it's not too heavy, but she's been racing on some fucking bog tracks.
Well,
So
Sydney, there you go.
hopefully it's on top of on better ground, and I reckon she'll go pretty well.
Yep.
Also think my other horse Rhymes might be in somewhere. I can't remember off the top of my head, but hopefully she is, because I don't get to see any of them race now that I'm moved to Melbourne.
Yep.
Which we're going to fix eventually.
We will. Hint, hint.
What else? Next week on Monday, we're going to do like a review show anyway, and we're going to have Matt Welsh joining us.
Yep, Trial Files Matt Welsh is on RSN, on Punters. Good bloke.
So we're going to be reviewing the races, but also just talking about, he wrote a really interesting article on the punters.com.au, is it?
Yeah.
Website, about sort of the future of the game and where we're headed, and I've got a bunch of opinions on where it's headed. Not many of them good, but it'd be good to talk to someone like-minded, similar age, in a similar position, not someone who's already making a good earn out of racing media, etc., etc. So yeah, that's going to be good next Monday.
Yeah. So no Mounting Yard Mail this week. I'm also up in Sydney. Oh, well, you'll be back for Saturday, will you?
I haven't booked a return flight yet. See how we go.
Well, I might see you on Saturday night at the Swans.
You definitely won't see me. You might see me afterwards in the city somewhere, but I might be back in Melbourne by then. I don't know.
So I'm up in Sydney. I've just got a bit of work to take care of up in Sydney on Saturday. So
I might be on the...
not at the races, but I'll be doing my form.
I might be doing a Sydney preview on the rant. I don't know.
What time's it finish? The races that day? 5-ish? I might be able to get over. I can't see that.
No, I mean like the racing rant preview on Friday morning.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Depend, I don't know. I'm hopefully...
Changing shows, mate. Jeez, already given up on me.
I'm hopefully heading to the races with Glenn on Thursday. It should be fun. You've never seen anyone like him in your life.
Get some video. We want to see some Glenn,
He's
Glenn
a
action.
private man. He's a private man. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you had a great
Good
week.
one.
Cheers, bye.
Thanks.